Welcome to Neplays, Afeez Olawale.
Thank you very much. Sure.
Nepal is under lockdown. How are you spending your time in this period?
It's challenging, really, really challenging actually. I spend my time playing games, playing TV games, and calling my family back home, like to keep me busy every day. Those are my daily activities, nothing more.
What is your family saying about your staying in Nepal?
Nothing. They understand the situation and they don't have anything to say. Rather than pray for the country and pray for our safety as well. So it's not a big deal to them actually.
You returned to Kathmandu after a long time for the Nepal Super League. How was your experience of the NSL?
Wow, wow. The Nepal Super League is a little bit higher, like another step to Nepalese football. Like the franchise league is, they really tried, thanks to the organizers and ANFA, I guess. So it was really, really interesting tournament for the boys. You know, we just have to adjust to the schedule and play. But it was, for me, over 10, I will give them 8 over 10. Yeah.
Dhangari team was largely depending on you. Did you feel any pressure of that?
No, I don't feel any pressure from them. They might believe in me, but I also believe in them. It's a sportsmanship football. It's a 11-man foot game. It's not played by one person. So I really feel loved by them, and it was really challenging. Without them, there's no me. Without me, there's no them. So I guess it was a good experience with Dangari FC.
So, what was the feeling when you were injured during the tournament?
Wow, when I got injured, the first thing that came to my mind was it's over, because I knew the moment I had that injury, I won't be able to play again, you know. But thanks to the physio, he tried all he could. He tried his possible best to get me back into fitness and play, but I struggled to compete with the other teams. So it was a really, really bad experience. I felt bad having that injury actually.
You picked up an injury when Dhangari needed you the most. How difficult did it make for the team and what pressure did it pile on you?
It was really difficult for the team while when I got injured because we were in our best performance. Like we were getting to know each other game by game. We were like developing the connections was coming. But all of a sudden the injury happened, and to me, I felt bad. Like I let the team down because I believe if I wasn't injured, I believe I could give my best and I could help the team and probably win the trophy. But I was the only foreigner in the team, like up top at the forward line, but there was no one to replace or perform to the level they were expecting. So it's really affected the team to win the trophy, actually. I was so angry. Actually, I would say I wasn't angry, but I was disappointed and I felt bad getting injured at that crucial moment because that was the stage where we were supposed to like okay maintain the level of the tournament. Like we've been winning, and all of a sudden the injury came. It's really, really affected the team. I was so mad at myself. Like, what happened? Why now? It shouldn't have happened right now. But when the team need me most, and I got injured, so I felt disappointed and sad.
Would it be right to say that Dhangadi lost the final because of your injury?
Not really, not really. I wouldn't say because of me they lost the final, but if you could remember in the semi-final, like the playoff against Kathmandu Raiders, I was on the pitch, but my impact wasn't felt that much. But I tried to give my best. But I felt, and they also felt, like if I was 100% fit, the performance could be better. You understand? Could have been easy. Like we will have more more force in the attacking line. But since I got injured, it was so hard, like to strategize and who to play. So it was so difficult for them to like think because it was a short period. There's no time to like think. We just have to adjust and play. So and the physio tried all he could to like get me back in shape, but hamstring it takes around 4 to 8 weeks to recover completely. So there's nothing they could do more than that. The reason why I was so angry at the final was because I felt, you know, I felt I could still do something. I wasn't getting enough service, but I believe there's still. I was, if I can remember, I was substituted at 70 minute or 60 something minute. But I felt if I was still on the field rather, I could still get a chance. I believe in a game, I always get at least one chance. It's up to me to convert it or not. If you could remember again, Kathmandu Races, I still got one. Despite I was injured, I got one which Bikesh Kutu saved towards the end of the game. So I believe if I was on the pitch, I could get one more chance. So I felt so angry. Why should they change me? I wasn't doing much, but my presence on the field made those defenders not to go forward. They were staying back. They don't want to take risks. He's injured, but he could do something. They were behind, but the moment I came outside, they felt comfortable and started playing like this. Felt comfortable. Okay, let's go. We can still do it. So I felt that moment I lost it because I believe I could still do something. I believe, but I'm not sure. But I believe in myself. So that was the reason when I went outside, I kicked the call like, no, I was taking risk playing with hamstring for the team and not now. Shouldn't be now. Why should it be now? You substituted me to like. So, but after that moment, everything was gone. I left it off there. Everything is gone on the field. I was so disappointed, really, because it was just one chance, and that was it. They scored, and we got our own chances as well, but we couldn't utilize it. So I was so angry because it could have gotten us to the like we wanted to create history, being the first team to win the franchise league. But kudos to Kathmandu Razors for winning it. But I believe they don't deserve it. Actually, they don't. They don't deserve it because I would say they don't deserve it. Reason being because we played them 3 times, they lost 2 times, and we played them in the playoff, they still lost, which should have been the turning point of saying eliminator phase was the turning point of the tournament. The organizers have really done a big job from the beginning up till that moment. But I believe the strategy of bringing this eliminator is out of proportion. It's not in football. I've never had such before in my life. You play a playoff, you lose, and you still get another chance to win again and get to the final. So it's like when you have a snake or a lion, you kill it and you just kill it a little bit, thinking, oh, it will die itself. It will still grow and come back and haunt you. That was what Kathmandu Razors did to us. It means all the 2 matches they lost means nothing. But the final really hurt us so bad. So I think the organizers should look into that for the next season and scrap the idea of eliminator. It should be playoff. The 4 teams should play either semi-final, go straight to the final, and that is it. That's how it happens in ISL. You can check and see. So it really hurt us losing the final.
Overall, how do you rate the Nepal Super League? What aspects do you think should be improved?
Wow. I think overall, out of 10, I'll give it 8. 8/10. Reason being, it was a tight fixtures, and the things is they brought in some quality foreigners, which I think their standard is not like much better than, not so superior to those we've seen before. But I believe they can still do better by probably next season organizing home and away if the pandemic will allow. And if the pandemic still happens, they should at least look for 2 venues, 2, 3 grounds in Kathmandu, within Kathmandu city, and play accordingly, like not packed 3 days play, 2 days play. So the fixtures really affected lots of players. And the more reason why most of us got injured was that cramped fixtures. We didn't have enough preseason to play. And all of a sudden, we are playing 4 games in a week, which is uncalled for. So, but overall, the organizers, kudos to them, the stakeholders, the team owners, they really did well. It's a top-notch tournament, and overall, I'll give it 8/10.
Well, several players were injured during the tournament. Is it because of the lack of gap between the matches?
Exactly, exactly, because as we footballers, we need a minimum of 2 months, a minimum of a month, 1, 2 months to get prepared for a proper season. So if we have had a proper season, pre-season rather, players will be ready. If you like, you play game every day. But the pre-season we've had will make us be fit for tournament. But we never had anything. Like me, I came in late and I trained for just 1 week, I guess. So a lot of players got injured, and all of us had similar injury: muscle injury, hamstring, thighs, very bad. You could see Barat Kawas couldn't play due to hamstring as well. So very, very bad for the cramp fixtures.
Have you been approached by any clubs for A Division League after the conclusion of the NSL?
For A Division League, yeah. I've been approached by Manang Mashali. Like, it was the team I played 2 years ago before I went to Saudi Arabia and played. But so now I'm back to play for them. So I guess I'll be playing A Division for Manang Mashali Club. Hopefully, if the ANFA will organize the league, I'll be here playing for them.
Well, there are rumors of you playing for Manang Morsangdi club in the A Division League. Is it any true?
It's not rumor, it's right. Not really, but agreed to play for them, and definitely a couple of days we will agree on the contract and could probably be signed the next few days.
So, what are your plans ahead?
Other plans in future, aside football, you mean? Aside football? Aside football, my plan is to stay with my family because I've not been able to stay with my family like for a long time. So my plan will be to stay with them and spend quality time with them. And probably in future in football, I'm still aspiring to play in top leagues, though, but to play in better leagues. But I believe in Nepali league will be improved in a couple of years. But we never can tell. Like last season, I played in Saudi Arabia. I experienced the football there. Like the second division was so good. So hopefully in future I could get better chance and play in other leagues too.
Have you been approached to play in any other country?
Yeah, after the NSL, I got calls from India, like from some intermediary agents and from a couple of 2 clubs, I guess, asking what is my demand and if I could play, if I get chance to play in India, will I come? I said sure. So, but they say okay, let's see because hopefully the pandemic is causing a lot of problems. So they've been keeping in touch with me actually to know what my demand and plans is to play in India or not.
How difficult has life been during the lockdown? How are you spending your time?
Wow, it's been so difficult, really. Wake up in the morning, do some workout, do some core exercises and abs exercises, and after that we eat breakfast. I stay with my friend actually, Adi Laja from Brandnega. So we stay and play computer games, and later we just take a walk and come back inside. Nothing more, no any other activities.
Are you covering your accommodation expenses on your own or is the team looking after it?
Yeah, but the team is taking care of like my expenses for now. Dangari FC are responsible for my accommodation and feeding for now.